welcome to Women in Leadership. Of course, it's Women's Her Story Month. So, we're so glad that you're able to be a part of this event today. And I'm not going to take long because we're behind schedule a little bit. So I just want to introduce this fantastic, fabulous woman who will be moderating today for us. So she began her career in parks in 2006 as an urban park ranger for Central Communications and moved on to become associate urban park ranger in 2008. And she continues to elevate within her career and her tenure at park. So when she left in 2011 Urban Park Services, she went to Fireborough. She went to Fireborough to become a technical analyst. And then in 2013, she was promoted to Capital Program Manager at Fireborough. Again, continuing in this trajectory within her career, in November 2015, she became the Deputy Chief of Administrative Services for Brooklyn. And if that wasn't enough, here she go again, I'm proud of her. She was then promoted to Chief of Administrative Services in April 2016. Right? She earned her bachelor's degree in business administration from Berkeley. She has a master's degree of science in organizational leadership from Lyon College. She is an adjunct professor at Monroe College, and she is studying, pursuing her doctorate in education. And without further ado, please give a warm welcome to Desiree Corlin. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Are you excited? Let me hear that again. Are you excited to be here today? All right. So it's an honor to stand here before you for so many great, wonderful people today. Having the opportunity to come together is even more amazing. March is an amazing month. Not only is it a new season, it is Women's Month. This is our month to celebrate, so we should be even more excited. We have come a long way. So celebrate yourself, clap your hands as women. You thank the men in the room who celebrate the women as well. So you are also here with us for being here. So we have breaking and destroyed so many barriers, so it's so important to be here today. We have support and we are supporting one another, and support is in numbers. So you should look at yourself and realize that you are not only supporting yourself, you're supporting each other here today. All right? So we are going to move forward in our day. All right, everyone get settled. So we got a time for today. The importance of professional social networking. So when it comes to networking, it's so important. This is an opportunity that everyone should take advantage of. It's a social exchange. You have the opportunity to get to know one another. And it's so important to build effective relationships. I did not get to where I am on my own. I built relationships with others. I've connected, interpersonal skills, communicated. I put myself out there. How many introverts in the room? I always look for my introverts. I do that with my students all the time. I'm like, where's my introverts in the room? And the amazing part about introverts, you have also so many gifts and talents and skills inside of you. You just need to be placed in the environment that makes you comfortable. And this is that environment. So get comfortable on today to know that you have the opportunity to grow. Everyone in here, we have something in us that is for another person. So even when it comes to how I have been allowed to build the career that I'm in, I always say to myself, what's in me is not just for me, it's for someone else. So I'm responsible and have to hold myself accountable to be there for others. If I don't build a purpose or have an impact, that's a concern for me. So I always reflect. So just having the opportunity today to stand before you is amazing. So we have to know what network involves, meeting new people. You have the opportunity to share your profession. Many of us have been in the agency for so many years and have never had the opportunity to see the person that's sitting next to you. So take advantage of this day. Exchange ideas, information between one another. Speak about your gifts and talents, your connections, internally, externally. That's what this opportunity is for. Your attention, your support is for one another. You never know a reason why a person on today have came, because this day could be their day to motivate them. Their last chance to know that they actually can make a difference, right? So communicate with one another as we go through today. Why? Contribute to your social well-being. We came out of a pandemic. So now we have the opportunity to come back to one another and socialize face to face, not behind a screen. So take advantage of this opportunity. Meet new people, know your levels, boost your confidence. Social networking opportunities boost your confidence and your perspective. Bring freshness and newness. We're in a new season, we're in a month. Bring that freshness on today. All right. So tips for making the most of today's event. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way communication, a social exchange, right? Bringing forth those needs. Consider what you can give to someone else, just like I said, and what you're willing to offer. So don't hold those gifts and talents and advice and wisdom inside of you today. Let this day be that day that you release it today. Quality over quantity. Make a goal. We only here for a few hours, but make a goal on today. A few deep and engaging conversations. A handful of people rather than try to meet everyone in one place in one room. So you will be engaging with one another. So be comfortable where you are, but get a little bit uncomfortable too. All right, my introverts, we got you today. Be curious. Let curiosity lead the way. Find common ground. I became bold, curious, ask questions. Right? Don't be afraid. If it's in your mindset and your perspective to want to ask that question, use today to ask it. Okay? If you got those notes in our phones, that you have that perspective, like, this is something I want to ask. That person is in this room today. Ask them that question. What career? If you have an idea, some individuals don't know exactly the next level that they desire to go. But if you have that idea, if you want to go, ask that question. You don't know who's sitting next to you. All right? We are each other's resource on today. All right. I know. That's right. So now, we have finished our first 3 rounds, but we are not finished yet. There's so much more beautiful things to be said and done. I just want to reiterate to everyone that the importance of creating a network. I want to make sure that you have met someone even for the first time in the room. If there's one of my colleagues, I even said, I spoke to her for years, in 17 years I've been in the agency, and just saw her just 2 times. We send a lot of emails, we talk on the phone, but just to be able to have a person in front of you is so important. I hope you have also took the opportunity, if you have business cards, to give business cards to one another, even email addresses as well. It's so important. Schedule a time to continue communicating. Don't let today be the last day that you actually have a conversation with someone. Right? Still communicate with them. Reach out. Ask questions. Check up. Right? I have a habit at times I catch myself and I send so many emails. I say, I'm picking up the phone. I want to hear your voice. I don't get to see you, but I want to hear your voice. Because we get so caught up in the norm at times and miss the opportunity of connection. And that's so important to be able to socialize with one another and see smiles. You never know what a smile can do for a person. Right? So it's very important, your voice, just your conversation, your tone can really change the atmosphere and the environment in seconds. Okay? So now, I am going to turn it over to Commissioner Iana Titus over DEIB, and she's going to communicate.
Desiree, and thank you all for participating in this lovely networking event. I just wanted to echo a lot of what Desiree was saying for a second here. So many times when I've gone to networking events, you have that brief little chatter and you exchange some business cards and you kind of forget about the person, maybe you send an email. But really and truly, one thing I have learned over time in my career is the importance of building a relationship with that person. In addition, not just don't let the relationship be about what can that person do for you, but what can you do for that person? And I must say that my network has worked for me. It has worked for me when it came time for public speaking engagements and having some opportunities to speak in front of the Bar Association or speak in front of panels. It has really, really been helpful for me during the pandemic. My network was with DEI professionals who were trying to figure out how are you tackling DEI in the midst of this pandemic, and we would exchange ideas. And then finally, my network has been so crucial for me when it came to job opportunities. Those same people from back in the day are the same people I use as my references and who have really helped me and nurtured me along the way. So I do think there's value in networking, and I must say that the key to it is not just to have this conversation here today, but to really try to build a relationship with someone. So I want to just say that. And I know that I am now having the honor to introduce our first Deputy Commissioner. And I wanted to say this. I didn't want to go and look up her bio and do this whole thing about how many years she's been working at the Parks Department and all these good things. I decided that I wanted to introduce her with a word. So I consulted with Borough Commissioner Ponte, and I said, if there was one word to describe our first Deputy Commissioner, what word would that be? Wow. She said, compassion. I'm just going to so rude right now as I say that, because, right? Okay, obviously. Because, you think about compassion, it is showing compassion, showing sympathy, caring for others. And so, thank you, Commissioner Ponte, for that word. Thank you, Iris, for being a compassionate leader. And so with that being said, let us introduce, or let us have or receive First Deputy Commissioner Iris Rodriguez. Is you a compassionate leader?
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Sometimes I can be an emotional mess, okay? That's what can happen to me. For me, being here amongst all these amazing, remarkable, incredible, fantastic, how many words can we say that? The women of the New York City Parks Department. A round of applause for each and every one of you. Who you are, okay? Jess, thank you so very much. Being in this position, I've been 37 years in the Parks Department, and when I started in 1986. Never did I dream that I would be in this position as the first Deputy Commissioner in this agency, and I would have been retired now. But this administration saw to it that I did not leave just yet. And coming into this administration, when I turned around, all these women, for the past year, so many women have been promoted to Deputy Commissioners, Assistant Commissioners, Directors, Deputies, Chiefs, okay, for the past year. And I think that, I know that Jennifer and Margaret can attest to the fact that in terms of the senior leadership in this agency, more than 3/4 of it is women, am I right? So thank you. And the one thing that is being said consistently, and when Ayanna knows, when we talk about compassion, and Ayanna is one of the people that I turn to most, and to ask her her opinion of things that I have to do. Sometimes there are things that are not pleasant that we have to do, but we have to do it with compassion, with understanding, with respect for each other. Because you know what, we as women need to support each other to make sure that we can grow and that we can continue to do that. All these amazing women that we have in this room actually contribute so much because women know how to multitask. Am I right? You know how to multitask. You know how to do all of that. And one of the top women that I said when I retire that I'm going to mention, one of the top people will be Margaret Nelson. I don't know if she's still here, but Margaret Nelson, for the past few years has been such the person that walks me off the ledge, if I'm going to jump off or something like that. But just know that each and every one of you, I had the pleasure of, thank you for the roundtables, because you know what, having been here 37 years, and when you said, you meet people for the first time, and I have to say, we have in this agency that I just met, the very first female licensed exterminator. Can you stand up? Where are you? There we go. Who, by the way, if you don't mind, started as a JTP, am I correct? Correct. Started as a JTP, okay? All for a reason, okay? So when women are destined and have the desire to be able to grow, it is all about being able to do that and know the curiosity and not be shy. Forget about being shy, okay? That doesn't exist. We as women need to put our foot forward. So I want to thank the committee because first of all, women in leadership, they continue to do these events and these activities to bring us all together. And it is right for us, and it is for us to honor, okay? To honor these group of women who continue to be able to make this part of this agency's focus, okay? So I just, again, want to thank Robin Talley, Terese Flores, and Ralston, okay? These women, okay, do not let it down, okay? They continue to believe in us as women. And thank you to the men who support us as women in these careers. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you so much. All right, so now, this is the time we're going to honor some women in the room. Some beautiful women in the room. And we are going to introduce them with a beautiful plaque. I want to read something that's on the plaque. And we came together to choose this actual quote. Each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women. Maya Angelou. So we're going to introduce women in the room. Yeah. The first award goes to Pierre Rivera. Pierre has been with the Bronx since 2002 and started her tenure as an agency attorney intern. She held numerous positions serving as the disciplinary counsel, senior disciplinary counsel, and is presently the assistant commissioner for agency discipline and investigation / parts advocate. As the assistant commissioner, she is responsible for overseeing the agency's disciplinary unit, labor law investigations, and drug and alcohol testing. In her role, she aspires to correct employee behavior to provide a safe and respectful workplace for all employees. We honor you today. All right, Jennifer Greenfield. Jennifer Greenfield has 30 years of experience in the field of nature resource management. She began her parks career in 1997 as a director of the New York Tree Trust, now known as Tree Time, a public-private urban forestry partnership. Appointed acting director of Million Trees NYC, Jennifer helped to create and launch a signature Plant NYC initiative. Subsequently, she has served as director of street tree planting and deputy chief of forestry, horticulture, and natural resources. In 2016, Jennifer moved into the role of forestry, horticulture, and natural resources as as the Assistant Commissioner and is now the Deputy Commissioner for Forestry and Planning. We honor you. Karina Smith. Karina is the Assistant Commissioner for Community Outreach and Partnership Development, COPD at NYC Parks, and has been a civil servant for more than 15 years. As Assistant Commissioner, she ensures that COPD plays a critical role in the agency's strategic engagement practices and guides its work by continuously identifying ways to improve customer service and championing the value of community engagement and public-private partnership. She also works toward advancing creative placemaking opportunities through innovative art initiatives and seeing parks and open space as hubs for genuine community development work. We honor you.
Thank you.
Maria Peters. Currently in her 34th year of service, Maria began her parks career in 1989 at the Arsenal headquarters working in the recruitment office for personnel. In 1990, Maria was promoted to work for the Special Events and Public Affairs Division at the Arsenal, helping to organize many small and large-scale public events, including the very first City Parks Foundation benefit gala at the Museum of Natural History and the Paul Simon Concert in 1991. Maria was promoted to the Deputy Administrator for Northern Manhattan Park, where she worked with the Park Administrator to manage over 600 acres of parkland in Northern Manhattan for District 12 and District 12A of Highbridge Park. She is currently the Administrator of Corona Park in the Bronx. We honor you. Jackie Langston. Jackie Langston has served as the Queen Chief of Operations since 2001, overseeing all maintenance and operations for the borough's 7,750 acres of parkland. As Chief of Operations, Jackie managed a workforce of 475 full-time workers, 375 seasonal workers, and over 3,000 volunteers. During her tenure, Jackie introduced an inspection, repair, and training initiative for play equipment, reducing the percentage of unacceptable equipment in the borough to below 3% for the past 7 years. Due to its tremendous success in Queens, the program was expanded to all the 5 boroughs, achieving similarly impressive results citywide. Jackie has served and held a variety of positions since starting as a season of 1982. She is the Queens Borough Commissioner. We honor you. Yesenia, I know her as Jessie Aponte. Commissioner Yesenia Aponte has served the Urban Park Service for 22 years, having joined Parks in 2000 after being honorably discharged from the United States Army. Yesenia's discipline and focus as a soldier continued to serve her well in her first Parks role as a city seasonal aide, and her exceptional leadership skills and organizational ability helped propel her steadily up through the Urban Park Service ranks. In 2000, she was promoted to assistant to the inspector and office manager, then to deputy chief of staff in 2004, then to the chief of staff in 2006. In this role, Jessie, as she is known to us friends and colleagues, has overseen all administrative aspects of the day-to-day operations of our uniform division of parks. It is difficult to list all Yesenia's roles, as she is often the point person for UPS. We honor you. Commissioner Hilda Garena Diaz, come forward. She has begun her career with the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey in 1996 in the Tunnels, Bridges, and Terminals Division. In 2001, she transitioned to the Operations, Security, Safety, and Service Division in the Aviation Department, first at LaGuardia Airport and later at New York Liberty International Airport. where she provided integral support and strategic development in the airport operations unit. In her 27 years with the Port Authority, Hilda has held positions in construction, wildlife, hazard management and identification, transportation, as well as airport redevelopment. In her various roles, she also oversaw contracts in customer service, security, taxi, and busing and towing. Commissioner Hilda started on November 28, 2022 as the Assistant Commissioner for Operations for Deputy Commissioner and Chief Operations Officer Mark Pope. We honor you. Mary Ralston. Assistant Commissioner of Natural Resources and Planning, Commissioner Ralston began her career at Parks in 2000 as fluviogeomorphologist for the Natural Resources Group. She became the Director of the Wetlands Restoration Team at NRG in 2010. She became Chief of NRG in 2016 when she oversaw management of NYC Parks' roughly 12,000 acres of natural resources, including forest and wetlands restoration, conservation research, watershed planning, stewardship, capital design, and construction for restoration and green infrastructure projects, as well as the Greenbelt Native Plant Center and the NYC Urban Field Station in collaboration with the U.S. Forest Service. We honor you. As she is affectionately called by friends, was born in the Dominican Republic and immigrated to the United States at 9 years old. Minerva started her career as a parking in 2007. She was the urban park ranger PEP officer assigned to Central Communications and was promoted to operations started in 2008. Minnie became the office manager for Bronx operations in 2014. 1 year later, she was appointed as a civil service Bronx supervisor in Bronx District 4, one of the most densely populated communities in the Bronx. Minerva then moved to Queens where she accepted a position as an administrative parks and recreation manager, where she not only had the opportunity of managing parks and playgrounds, but the pools as well. Minerva returned to the Bronx in 2018 as the regional manager of the South Bronx, and in December 2022, Minerva was promoted to her current role as Deputy Chief of Operations in the Bronx. We honor you. We have honored all the women in the room. To the women in leadership, yes. To the women in leadership, we honor you today and we honor your words. As you stand here, look at this reward as the courage you took to press forward. Look at the woman that stand beside you, in front of you, behind you, knowing that you are an example to them. There are women that are looking for that person or persons to encourage them, helping them to know they can do it and not give up. There have been women before all of us who have paved the way and have passed the baton. You are a mentor to so many of you are mentors too, and some of you are even silent mentors, and women are paying attention to you. Continue to stand strong in your position and continue to clear the path as a strong leader. We thank you. I'm going to now hand the mic over to Robin, and then she's going to move forward.
We'll come back to you in a minute. We're going to have a photo op, but I know people. So I'm going to continue with the, yes, please. Okay. So please, and then we'll come back up. Sorry. So what a wonderful example. We all are leaders. Yes, these individuals were recognized for their leadership and their career trajectory. But please know this. We all are leaders. It does not require you to have a certain title, right? Because that's not what leadership is about. Titles do not denote leadership, right? So, please know that. It is when you step in the room, does it tilt? That's the leader. When you step in the room, do people listen? That's a leader. When you step in the room and people want to hear what you have to say, that's a leader. When you step in the room and people realize and stand up straight because you came into the room, that's a leader. It has nothing to do with title, right? And so we did recognize these 9 women, but I just want to take a moment to recognize our moderator. What a fantastic job she did today. She has always encouraged women. She has always been steadfast, not only in what she wants her legacy to be, but also recognizing that she did not get there alone and that she has work and people are looking to step into those roles when she moves forward. So I just want to say on the behalf of the women in the leadership team, Terese and Bonnie, we want to say thank you. Thank you for always supporting our events. Thank you for stepping up and saying yes. And thank you, because we really appreciate it. So we're going to continue with this gratitude, right? Because we have to be, and also leaders are humble. Amen. They do not require someone to always put them out there. They work in silence. Leaders work in silence because they're not looking for admiration. All right? So if someone's looking for admiration in leadership, they're not a true leader because they should be a visionary that it goes beyond who they are and recognizes that it's a collective we and not an I. Just put that out there. Thank you. We want the women in leadership team would like to recognize and thank the following. First Deputy Commissioner Iris Rodriguez. Since the inception of this initiative that came out of DEIB, formerly known as EEO, Commissioner has been steadfast and always attending, supporting, encouraging the team and this initiative. So thank you. Thank you, our First Deputy. Commissioner Aponte and your borough's staff. Thank you. Thank you for supporting this event today. Thank you for your in-kind donation. So thank you so much, and your staff, your borough staff. The Wildlife Conservation Society, this beautiful hall and their in-kind donations to the Parks Department was immeasurable. They have gone beyond, I don't know where they are, but I'm going to name them: Daisy, Nick, Shy, Anthony, and Fred. Thank you. I don't know the copy of the meeting. Thank you. My commissioner, Assistant Commissioner Ayanna Tigan, who has supported, I said, listen, I think we should do, based on demographics, we don't have a lot of women. She tasked me to say, what do you want to do? And she said, okay, well then do it. And I'll support you, whether, because sometimes failure is a lesson. It's not a failure, it's a lesson. And she said, go for it. So I want to thank her for supporting not only me, but the women in the leadership team. I don't know where, I'm having eye surgery, so I can't really see. Oh, Assistant Commissioner Titus, thank you so much. Thank you. None of this is possible if people don't say yes to coming. So, to the women in the room, thank you so much for entrusting that we have your back. All right? For entrusting that we see something in everyone that maybe somebody, and you say, yes, I'm going to come every time you have an event. So thank you for your support, continuous support. I would be remiss, really, to not, the team, the women and leadership team is amazing. We have single-handedly said yes to the cause of supporting women. It does not go without tension, because women, we get a little catty. But we persevere. And regardless of whether, because we don't do it for thank yous, but I know that I'm a better woman because of the team that I am with and the team that we support each other. So, Bonnie, Ralston, come on up. Terese, come on up, Flores. This is our team. Yes, we do have facilitators. Yes, we do have other people. This was the team. This was, and Desiree, this was the team. So, I don't know, you know, like, we did it. I mean,
Now we can breathe.
now we can breathe. And then, I will support this Nicole Pizarro, come on up. Nicole Pizarro, come on up. Where's Safi? Safi, come on up. It takes a team. And so, okay, and so having said that, we just want to say thank you. Those who are being, have been honored, going to take pictures. And I think the last parting words before we leave will come from Commissioner Iris, the first Deputy Commissioner Iris.
I'm over here sending pictures. I took pictures, so I'm sending everyone that I get more pictures, so I try to make sure that I do that. So again, I want to thank the Wildlife Conservation Society, and in particular Daisy and her magnificent team, and John, and everyone for giving us this space. Again, I just want to reiterate that because we wanted to make sure that we make this moment special for each and every one of you. And again, I think what has been reiterated and over again is to support one another, is to be able to encourage one another, is to be able to direct one another in terms of areas that you feel that somebody else can benefit from. There are only but so many positions in the hierarchy, but guess what? Many of our women are now serving in those positions. And that's because of the support. And I was looking at the women up here, and I know that at least 5 of them, I had something to do with making sure that they got into the positions that they were in. So I just wanted to say how proud I am to have been able to support many of that that's going on. Do not let today go by as just an event and an activity. You talk to each other, you encourage each other, exchange business cards, exchange phone numbers. We just found out 2 people live near each other, that they're going to connect and have coffee together. It goes to show you how in such a short period of time, relationships can be developed to continue the networking opportunity. Again, I want to thank the team, the Women in Leadership team, for continuing to do this. And I want to thank each and every one of you for doing all that you do every single day with New York City Parks. Be well. Thank you.